Hi YouTube, today I'm going to be doing a quick walk around video of the Honda HS621 single stage snowblower. I'm doing this video by popular request because many folks have asked me how does this snowblower compare against the Honda HS520 as well as how it fared up against my dual stage Honda HS622. And just to be clear, this 621 is a single stage and the 622 is a two stage. They both use the same Honda commercial grade GX160 engine, right? And they both, of course, have that awesome Honda quality, and both the 621 and the 622 are made in Japan. Now, diving right in. A little bit of history about my unit. I purchased it about 2 years ago from the original owner. It had barely seen any use. It is the HS621 K1CAS. The K1 stands for the engine revision, which means it was made post year 2000. The C stands for the Canadian edition, and the AS just stands for built-in electric starter. Now this unit, when I purchased it, was running. It had hardly any hours on it. This unit is in mint condition. Even the scraper bar way down the bottom there, that's made out of a polycomposite material, had hardly any wear on it. Now, because I've used this snowblower several times this year, that's why it looks the way it does. But in fact, it has the factory high gloss shine still. The single stage units from Honda, generally are very well made. They're not made out of any cheap materials, and they are exceptionally powerful. Whether you buy the one with the GC residential grade motor, as the HS520 that I once was using, or the GX motor, I'm pretty sure, at least for most people, that it'll meet your most residential and even some light commercial use. Now, why did I sell my HS520? Well, I like things commercial grade, and I'm a fan of the Honda GX series of motors, and that's the only reason why I did it. Things about the Honda that I like compared to Toro and the other guys: all metal parts, right? It's got a articulating chute, right? You can tip up, tip down. That's super easy to operate with mittens on, right? Very solid feeling. Large fuel tank capacity. I believe it's 1.1 liters. It'll go for easily an hour of blowing through some heavy snow. And to be clear, on this particular unit, I was blowing 12 to 14 inches of snow on this standard residential double driveway, and it was still able to throw that snow well onto the next property and even out onto the street. Anyway, you shouldn't do that, but I did. My particular unit here is a pull start. So you can pull start right there, and it's got this neat electric push start as well. Now, I don't know why anyone would buy a snowblower with an electric start when it's this tiny. Hondas are known to be retardedly easy to start, and so, oh well, at the end of the day, I got a starter with mine, and I won't complain. Honda GX160 engine, commercial grade. It is a aluminum with a cast iron liner design, famous for its durability and good fuel economy as well as ease of starting. Honda units here come with a fuel knob to turn the gas supply on and off so you can run the carbs dry at the end of season. Manual choke as well as the engine switch control. We've got our auger control bail switch on the top of the handlebars, and even a easy to open glove and mitten friendly fuel tank lid. I only run Shell V-Power premium fuel through this thing so that there's no ethanol to gum up my carburetors. And of course, at the end of season, I try to use as much of the gasoline as possible so that they're stored completely bone dry. Now, self-propelled units are nice, but more often than not, they're bulky. My 622 is a good example of that. The HS621, being a semi-self-propelled unit, works on the principle of the rubber on the edges of the auger help propel the unit forward slowly, and depending on how much you tip the front forward will determine how much of those rubber blades engage on smooth pavement. Single stage units are great for concrete or asphalt surfaces, or even blocks, or even surfaces with paver blocks. Where a single stage should never be used is on grass, gravel, or rough or dirt surfaces, because it'll just become a gigantic high-powered rock slinger. And I have gravel on the side of my driveway here, and I've seen it toss rocks well past to the next home and even across the street. So I don't know how much more I can speak to this thing. There's really not much to it. The unit itself, normally an HS520 residential grade Honda weighs about 88 pounds. This commercial grade unit, weighs about 98 pounds, but don't forget that it also has an electric start on it, so it's a little bit heavier than normal. So here's an interesting thing about the Honda HS621. Back when it was released in the early 1990s, when it replaced the HS521, that this unit, oddly, was discontinued in the United States market in the late 1990s, despite the fact that this unit was commercial grade and built with a superior GX160 commercial grade engine. In Canada, however, this exact model was still made available all the way up until the 2015 model year, and if you were lucky enough, you could even buy one brand new from a Honda dealership in 2016. Now, I'm not sure why our US friends never got this model, why Honda never kept that model around, but in Canada, I can assure you that I've seen units as new as 2015. And that's just a testament to tell you that Honda's build quality, when they say it's commercial grade with a commercial grade engine, that they mean business. One thing I can say about the engine that I love and why I sold my HS520 for a 621 is the GX engine, and it's got that grunt. And particularly when you hit heavy loads such as deep snow, that this thing just doesn't even hesitate or bog down, whereas the GC160 did. Now, chute is never been started. There's no snow right now, as you can see, but just one quick. In the Honda fashion, one pull. Kind of pulled out, so let that warm up. And then shut off. Now, to use the electric starter, you just need a standard end electrical cord, extension cord with ground. It's really important. And you just plug it into the electric start port, like so. Turn the engine switch to on. Pull the choke all the way up. And then just hit the starter switch. So there you got it. I don't have any snow to show you today, but with some magic of video, I'll show you how well this works with snow tomorrow. Okay guys, so we got a dump of about probably 10 to 12 centimeters this morning of heavy wet snow. So basically what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fire up this HS621, and it'll give you an idea of how well it handles wet snow. The driveway's not very big, and then afterwards I'll give you a comparison by firing up my 622, and I'll do my neighbor's driveways for comparison purposes.
So one thing is for certain, guys, is that the single stage snowblowers that are that semi self-propelled system isn't exactly the greatest for icy surfaces, uneven surfaces such as the end of driveway muck that has sort of built up on my street, as well as inclines. So you saw that I was kind of struggling there a little bit because today's snowfall is quite heavy and wet, and therefore there's quite a layer of moisture underneath all of the snow, making even my winter boots have trouble gripping on a driveway that's, well, it's probably got a good 10 to 15 degree incline. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my HS622 track drive self-propelled unit, and then I'll show you how it works on my neighbor's driveway. Okay guys, so I'm going to be doing the same snow conditions 5 minutes apart. I did my drive through my 621 with a lot of heavy wet snow, and now I'm going to do my neighbor's driveway with an HS622 two-stage snowblower. He's got an inclined driveway just like mine. It's super icy, and again, I cannot overemphasize how heavy this snow is right now.
Well, there you guys have it. I mean, it's not necessarily the best comparison because I don't have anyone helping me film. And of course, my 621, I don't know if it's necessarily a fair test. Maybe it is, right? The snow is obviously wet and heavy, and I'm on an incline, and I can't do my end of driveway muck because the ground is uneven from the rest of the road, or the driveway, sorry. So there's some disadvantages in the single stage for sure. On slippery sort of incline positions, I love the track drive of the 622. That's why I own one for days like this, so that I can get the most use, or the most effective use, out of my snow removal equipment when all else fails. So anyways, you know, hopefully I can post more update videos. If you guys have any other special requests, let me know. I'll try to capture as much as I can going forward. Thanks for watching.